you guys are looking for a place to get some reliable Ultimate Team coins, be sure to check the link in the description below to cointraders.co and use code LEGACY for 5% off of your purchase. How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to be starting a little mini series, shall we say. Actually, who am I kidding? It's about the same length as most of our series. 2 episodes long, where we go out there and we're going to do a little wish list for Hockey Ultimate Team. What I want to do is do a major item wish list, things that can, change the dynamic of HUT, maybe attract more people to it. And then I want to do more of a mini features wish list, which are some small things that I think would be cool to add to the game. Maybe they're not a big necessity, but I think it would make a little bit more depth to the game, a little bit more enjoyment for some people as well. So today we're just going to go over the 5 major things I want to see in Hockey Ultimate Team for NHL 20. Number 1 is better solo challenges. Here's the solo challenges we have. As you can tell now, EA has done a very nice job on giving us new solo challenges every time there's a new event. I will give them credit for that. We haven't really seen any addition any further than that when it comes to, new, I don't know, domination challenges or something along those lines added. Not to mention, when you do play the solo challenges, when I play solo challenges, I like to think of them being as relaxing, something I can kind of handle. If I were to go play offline right now and play on pro difficulty or rookie difficulty, I feel like I could handle the computers pretty well with my, average team at best. Even if I went and played on Be a Pro, I could do a pretty good job. But then you play on pro difficulty on NHL 19 and it's like playing against absolute gods. And for somebody that's average at the game or somebody that's not very good at the game, they struggle to complete these challenges. It probably should not be a struggle to complete challenges on pro difficulty. I understand if the last challenge or the last couple challenges you want to put on Superstar or you want to put on All-Star and you give better rewards away. But for it to be a struggle for a lot of people right now just to have to play any basic challenge because pro difficulty is not the easiest thing in the world for a lot of casual players, I do feel like that's something that could be looked at a little bit. Again, it's an opinion thing. I know some people have absolutely no problem scoring on computers, but everybody's not a stud at the game. Some people pick the game up today. Some people pick it up at Christmas. Some people have been playing it for 10 years now. And the other thing I kind of have a problem with the challenges right now is you look at all the milestones. You get the Medanos, you get the Sawchucks, you get the Sakicks, the Gartners. You get all these great rewards for completing, milestones and stuff. But then you look at the challenge star stuff for completing all the challenges, which is a grind to say the least, just like the rest of these are. And all they give you is an end game 86 overall Theo Fleury, who for most people wouldn't have even been very good on their team, 2 months into the season, let alone when it takes them, 3-4 months to grind it out and get it. So if there was an extra addition to the solo challenges, I do think they should add a better end game reward. If you're going to grind 300 challenge stars or 150 challenges, maybe give these guys a 90 overall, a 91, a 92 or something for actually, give them a reason to grind it out. And the one thing I was kind of touching on at the beginning is they kind of give you the same 2-minute challenges all the time. A challenge, you kind of think, maybe a period, maybe 2 periods, maybe play a full game every once in a while. Maybe you have 30 seconds to score a goal and win the game. I'd like to see some diversity when it comes to things you actually have to do in these solo challenges versus being forced to play 2-minute periods every single game. Maybe even give us, just let us play the first period. Let us play the third period. Let us, like I said, play 30 seconds. It's a 3-3 game. It's 30 seconds. It's 3-3. It's in overtime. Win this game. Almost like a moments-like thing. Like, go and play and go sweep the Tampa Bay Lightning in 4 games and give us a moment, a collectible or a challenge. Or come back and win this playoff game. Come back and win this Stanley Cup game. Almost like a storyline thing if you want to add that. If not, again, just add something that gives us more than just playing the same repetitive 2-minute drill for 6,000 challenges. The second thing I want to see, and this one may not be the popular opinion, but you're going to have to hear me out on why I think this one is important to add. We're going to go to comp seasons, and we're going to say that all of these beautiful comp seasons rewards, I think they're good. A lot of people, I think people just like to complain and complain, and I wish we really wouldn't, and I wish we would take a step back and look at NHL 14. It was fantastic. I love the game. I loved HUT, but there was zero chance you get any of this stuff from playing HUT in NHL 14. There was zero chance you get any of this stuff playing HUT 2 years ago. EA does more than a nice job when it comes to giving rewards away, considering this is comp seasons and they're granting the top 10,000 people a mini Stanley Cup pack. It's supposed to be competitive. Top 10,000, I don't know if you can consider that competitive when there's like 50 people that play the game in the first place. So I do think they do a very nice job with that. Hats off to EA for, giving people solid rewards. Even if you're like me and can barely finish in the top 5,000, I still get a pack. So thank you for that, EA. But I think we need untradeable comp seasons rewards. I've been pushing for it. EA's not taking a bait, I guess. They aren't really thinking this through. Why are daily logins untradeable? Why are some sets untradeable? Because they can be farmed. To prevent farming, EA makes all this stuff untradeable. I completely understand why they did that. Now, I just told you how bad I am. I finished 4-7 in the last comp seasons, and I finished with this fancy mini Stanley Cup pack. If you quit 3 games, you're guaranteed a gold plus pack, maybe better. I honestly don't know where 3 quitting gets you, but you get that's the complete finish. You also, for quitting 3 games every single round, you're going to get a bronze pack. But 5,000 to 10,000, it depends how many people play the round. You might get the gold pack right now for quitting 3 games. So what's the difference in logging in on 25 accounts and playing comp seasons on 5 accounts and getting a free, 15k pack, 10k pack, whatever it is, on 5 different accounts? And the other problem was, you want to farm your coins, get your coins, do what you want to do. That's one thing. I mean, anybody can do that. But here's the problem I kind of have with this stuff being being tradable, and I think this is the part that kind of fixes the experience for a lot of people in the game, is right now, because all this stuff is tradable, I can go hide behind a mask and do whatever I want in comp season. And what I mean by that, as far as we know, Wayne Gretzky's playing this game on a second account, cheating, pause glitching, IP booting, what else can you do in this game? Ragging the puck, all this fun stuff to get ranked higher in comp seasons, just so he can get the awards and say, you know what, EA, you can ban me, it's fine, because I'm going to trade this stuff to another account. It's not a big deal. If you get rid of it being tradable, all of a sudden the people that play this game, it is going to lower the cheating a little bit, because a lot of people that are cheating in the game are trading this stuff to other accounts, or they're doing it just to sell the stuff for coins or sell the coins for money. And if you stop and look how many times in the last 2 years we've had all these problems with you guys, guys cheating, that EA having to process the leaderboards, make sure there isn't cheating. There's stuff as easy as boosting going on. We didn't bring that up as well. It's easy for somebody to play themselves or play a friend 20 times. However else not. It's not going to stop all the cheating, but I do think it's a start. It's going to minimize it more than it is right now, and it might make the experience, again, better for, the casual players or people in general. A lot of people do not enjoy playing a game and then getting cheated out of a win. For whatever reason, that's just not a good time for people. Then number 3 on the list, I don't even know if you guys know this game mode's in NHL 19. It is, though, Draft Champions. Draft Champions, I don't know what has happened here, EA. It is such an easy mode to make enjoyable, and we've just, to be quite frank, have went downhill every single year. I don't know what's happened. I mean, you just look at the team right now. I ain't gonna go through an entire draft. This is my Draft Champions team. Now, granted, I might have drafted this a couple months ago. Look at the first line: Kucherov, Dubois, Landeskog. Who wants to play with silvers and Draft Champions? The point of Draft Champions coming out was it gives guys the chance. Oh, I got a Carlson at least. It gives guys the chance to go out there and play with cards they haven't used before. They don't get the chance because they don't have the coins. But all of a sudden, instead of doing that, they're playing with silver guys that don't belong in the NHL. There was a point in time where you did get an all-base gold team, and then you drafted better gold players. One thing I would like to see out of Draft Champions because of that is obviously better drafts. It'd be nice to see people be able to go out there and draft really good players, play with really good teams. That's kind of the point of Draft Champions, is go out there and give people the chance to play with better items. And of course, the other thing is get rewards. I don't know why it brings up that screen on so many things these days. It does the same thing when you accept a game invite from somebody or whatever. But the other thing about Draft Champions is this: why would anybody want to play Draft Champions right now? There's honestly not really a reason if you can't get good players and you don't even get rewards. This is the reward. This is not a joke if you haven't checked out Draft Champions this year. The reward for Draft Champions this year is you turn in lone Draft Champions players for a choice of 1 of 5, 82 overall rare Draft Champions players. 82 overall. And the fun thing about this is you have to win 4 Draft Champions games just like you would in any other season. Except you don't even get guaranteed one of these 5. Like, I got Lafleur. I can get Lafleur next time I played. I can get Lafleur 5 times in a row, and I could only use him once. It's almost crazy how the rewards for Draft Champions have kind of went to completely nothing. Because there was a point where you could get the 92s, the 88s. There was some good rewards. They go back to that, and again, it's something in HUT that gives people something else to do other than playing comp seasons, other than playing online seasons, other than playing solo challenges, and it gives them a chance to play with new players. And again, this one might just be an opinion thing, kind of like the untradeable stuff, but I will bring it up and we'll talk about it shortly, and that's less card releases. Look at this screen. We have, should I count them out? I'm sorry, this might take a while. Team of the week, there's what? 12 on the first line, 6 defense, 18 2 goals. That's 20 team of the week items out, okay. There is only 4 prime time. That's not bad. 24. There is, I don't even know what these are, but there's 8 of them. 32 of those. There's probably more. 33 if you consider Sidney Crosby. Tyler Johnson, we're going to count you. I don't know. We'll throw another 4 on there for 37. I don't know if there's more than that out. Then we talk about these 85s. And I think every team got one of these, right? So that would be 51. 51. That'd be 51 featured items out. And then I know every team got one of the 91s. Every team got 2 of them. So that's 32 more items. There is 83 featured items out on the market right now. Now, I'm absolutely fine with that this time of the year. It's cool because, the game's kind of, dying out a little bit. It's playoff time. But we have seen this consistently throughout the year. We have seen a ridiculously high amount of cards released. And personally for me, and like I said, this is completely subjective here because other people feel differently about it. I understand that. But when it comes to, you see this many cards out, I lose interest in wanting to know what the daily content is. If there's constantly 50 items out, that daily content that's supposed to be featured, that's supposed to feel really rare. It's like, oh, I gotta have that card. All of a sudden, it's like, I really don't have to have it. There'll be a 99 Crosby out in 3 days. And that's, again, another thing that can kind of say, well, it drives the market prices down. There's 2K, 3K gold players, understandably so. They should be cheaper later in the year. But when there's, 6,000 different featured items to choose from, obviously the prices is going to go down. They're not going to be worth as much for as long, and, the rarity, everything else. But again, it's just me. I feel like there would be more impact if we did see a lot less release. I like the rarity feeling. The last thing we're going to talk about, though, is sets. Can we please have some better sets? Now, we've done a good job. We got Stanley Cup sets. I think they're more than fairly priced. The same can be said about some of the Team of the Year sets. But what I'm worried about is the year-end grind stuff once again. And that is Legend Sense. We talked about team collections in another video. I don't want to go too deep into that. I think team collections is the key to success here, though. Because stuff like this. Does Wayne Gretzky deserve to go for $2 million? Does Mario Lemieux deserve to go for $2 million? Absolutely. But the thing is, to do some of this stuff is absolutely crazy, though. Like, there's a 93 overall, and I have to give you 4 carbon collectibles and 2 players, opposed to being like, hey, if you want legend Charlie Conacher, go out there, and I'm going to pretend I know what team you play for because I am a very big hockey fan. Toronto, that's what I thought. I knew he played for Toronto. Yeah, he's one of their best players, probably a legend on that team if I had to guess. But if I want the Conacher, you know what you have to do? Complete this set. You got to buy Matthews, you got to buy Marner, you got to buy Tavares, you got to buy, buy all these good players. And then you have to throw in maybe 1 collectible or something. But regardless, it'll make the set worth it because it'll make all them gold players worth something and so on and so forth. And it gives us a reason to collect something. It's a lot of fun. The whole point of Ultimate Team I always felt like was collecting. It's like a virtual card collection. Right now, we're collecting collectibles instead of cards, though. So it is a little bit different. I think it'd be kind of nice to be able to see where you actually have to use team collections. Even if it's only team-specific stuff. Maybe, not going for the Lemieux and stuff where you complete sets like that where you get the team-specific items. Maybe there's featured stuff throughout the year. Again, we bring up the Stanley Cup playoffs and stuff. Collect these 4 Stanley Cup playoffs players off of the Blue Jackets, off of the Lightning, off of the Bruins, off of the Maple Leafs, and you get this player's featured card. It's the only way to get it is doing this set. Don't say, oh, you got to open packs to get it. Say, you know what? Put in these 4 guys that ruined the Tampa Bay Lightning. Okay, no. I got to say it. That ruined the Tampa Bay Lightning's chance at the Stanley Cup. 4 games. These 4 players, you know what I'm saying? Man, I'm an excited person. I love the Blue Jackets, man. Sidetracked here. What a series. But you know what I'm saying? Have featured sets like that kind of require you to put players in. Everything's so collectible oriented right now. Mix it up a little bit. Freshen things up. Those are 5 things, though, that I think could be some major changes for NHL 19. As for this video, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I'd like to hear some things you guys want changed as well. Like I said, we're going to do a little mini features video as well. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.